What's the vibes? Top of the morning, top of the afternoon, top of the evening, whenever this video may find you. I'm Dream. Follow me on Twitter, Mr. Dreamy1, the number one. Sub to the channel, Kingmaker Sports, or just search us up on YouTube. Just put in Blunt Money Bets, and we should come up. Sub to the channel, put your notifications on, comment on the video, like the video, tell people about tell your homies and your homettes, all that. Tell your people about the channel, good things, man. I got a special guest with me today, as always on Fridays. Blessed to have him here. Flo, tell the people about yourself and plug what you got going on, man.
How you doing, everybody? As you know, as my guy Dream, we are the people who smack parlays and go crazy on Thursdays. But you can find me on YouTube. Please give me a follow. I'm at Sports with Flo. You can see down low. I'm dropping daily videos, giving picks out, giving you some entertainment too. Next video is definitely gonna be entertainment. So we're doing some WNBA stuff, and when NFL season comes, we're gonna roll deep on that as well. But follow me also at Sports with Flo and Stephen Florval on Twitter. Appreciate you having me. We have one game today, so yesterday was amazing. I'm sure we're gonna talk about that, but show keeps going on. So let's get this money today in.
Yeah, man. If you want, you could just recap and let the people know how you did yesterday if you want.
Yeah, so we had 4 games yesterday. I really liked yesterday's slate. If you watched my video yesterday, the biggest thing I took away was this was Kobe Bryant Day and Jewel Lloyd and how much Kobe meant to Jewel and how she's the gold mamba. She has a tattoo of the mamba on her bicep. She went off, and I won't lie, I was scared because going to that fourth quarter, she only had like maybe 13, 14 points. But then she like channeled her inner mamba. So overall, we won 8-1. We hit 4 lottos. I was with Dream. We didn't even talk about it, but we were on the same page with that Jonquel double-double in the win. We also had the 30 ball for Jewel Lloyd. That was magical. First baskets continue to be profitable again. You know what's so crazy? We had Ionescu at 950 and Jonquel at 350. And we got the Jonquel first basket, but I was almost disappointed because Sabrina shot the first shot.
I was watching, rooting for you. I was like, knock that down, Brina. And it was like,
bro, you know, it's the first ever time I won a 350, and I felt like I lost. It's like, oh my God, 950 to start the night would have been legendary. We got that, and we got the scores parlay with Jonquel 15, Kelsey Plum, who turned the hell up in that third quarter in Chicago for 20, and then we got Jewel Lloyd at 25. So magical night.
Yeah, man, and I'm gonna just do a quick recap, man. First of all, 1-3 on the straights. Apologies. I am for the year 112, 104, and 1. So definitely not as good as we was at going into the break. So we gotta clean that up. But we've been going crazy on Blunt Money Bets, man. Yesterday, Asia first basket, Jonquel Jones, double-double in the win. The Asia first basket was 240 or 250. I told y'all the 2 places. Jonquel double-double in the win. That was popular yesterday. I was happy to see the timeline get blessed, plus 470. We had 4 200 builders. 2 out of 4 of those hit. We had the Jewel Lay that I gave out on the timeline. I told you I would do a round robin with plus 700s or more for every game. And what's so crazy is we was a Jewel Lloyd assist from cashing a 3 out of 4 round robin, and we also was like a few Kelsey Plum points from cashing a plus 800 round robin with this 750, but that's fine. And then prize picks, man, we was grinding prize picks for like 20 minutes yesterday, y'all. We was grinding them, and we hit them actually. Out of the 8 legs we gave out, 7 of them hit in one tie. Made me wish it, and you know when
Tiff Hayes did you dirty, bro. She passed up like 5 open threes. Just shoot the damn ball. I was screaming in my living room, shoot the ball.
When I watch stuff like that, like part of me gonna get frustrated, but then the other part of me like, bro, you got this shit good.
Yeah.
But also, this is what I'm going to tell you off stream, because me and Flo be kicking it off stream for a minute before we come on. Yo, I learned my lesson though. Now on big game, Bonner gonna let that go.
Yeah.
I know I was not familiar with her game like that. Yeah. I did not know she'd do that, yo. And
I'm like, how are you pulling 30-footers against the Liberty, but against the Fever, you don't even want to shoot the ball?
That's what I'm saying.
Like, make it make sense.
Because in the big games, look, she had like 40 this year against the Aces.
Yep.
So now I know Now I know. And I'm talking about I want to catch my son live. I love the son. It was like, nah, bro.
Yeah,
Nah, we gonna
yeah.
so yeah, man, we cashed both of them flex plays, including the $1,000 flex. So that was beautiful. And that ended up being like plus 2,500 since Tiff running on us. That was fine. Hey, it makes me think if I would have did the 6-man, I would have it probably would have been like 15 bands or something because I
Yeah.
think the 6-man would have been plus 25,000. I mean, it would have been 25,000, and I would have hit five no matter what. I would have hit five out of the six. So interesting, but that was great. New day. I say all that to say this. We're gonna be having a giveaway. This show won't be as long as normal. Gonna have a giveaway at the end of this show. Got a shoebox here. We're gonna do it like the old school. Got a shoebox. I'm gonna write everybody's name down that retweeted my post from yesterday. So if you retweet that post that I already put on my page, you retweet that post. I will put your name in the thing. I'll pick 2 names out, and then I DM y'all, hit y'all, and get y'all $50. All right. So, that was a pretty long intro. Well, not really.
No, I
5
mean,
minutes.
yesterday deserves some spotlight. Like,
Yeah,
we grinded
yeah,
all these numbers and
yeah.
man, listen, when I tell you the night started off so crazy because my main focus was like on that Storm Fever game. And what's the vibes, Fahrenheit? By the way, shout out to Fahrenheit because Fahrenheit just like he doesn't get as much publicity, but he slaps these
I be telling him, follow my
he's
boy.
slapping multiple plus 5,000s a week. Like it's
You
alarming.
slapping.
Yeah, so tap in my dude Fahrenheit. But nah, Jewel Lloyd just that was crazy. And I had the 35 at plus 700, so I can't get greedy, but she had a 3-ball with like 5 seconds left. I'm like, if she make this one, like,
Nah,
yeah, no, that was a good night. It was a nice
that's gambling for you though.
Yeah.
Cause and that to me, because I'm a I guess I don't even know if this is the right word, but anyway, I think it's like being called like a pragmatist or pragmatic. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pragmatic. I think this is the right word. Either way it goes, it shows you gambling is so hard. Cause I don't think there's ever been a person that had a great night gambling, or ever a person that had, like, put it this way. Everybody watching this, everybody commenting, put this in the comments, let me know. But your best night gambling ever, think back to the best night you ever had gambling. Didn't you leave some money on the table that night?
Yep.
Couldn't you be like, ooh, man, if just this would have happened, ooh. I think back to it, then we're gonna get into today.
Yeah,
but real quick, I think back to when I was in Vegas. I think it was like 2014 when I first started doing my Vegas system. And shout out to the people the old dreamers, man. We cashed in March Madness using my system. But yeah, when I first started my system, I remember I hit Florida Gulf Coast, Harvard, another big money line. I hit like 3 money lines, and it was 2 more that could hit that I was like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? So that just shows you how hard it is. You want to think back to maybe your night.
Man, I already know. As soon as you said it, I still get flashbacks because we were putting on a show during the NBA. Shout out to Crispy Cap'n. He brought us all together.
The homies.
So
Goated.
Yeah, so there was like that night of Knicks Pacers. And like I hit something crazy. It was like plus 10,000, but I had something like plus 57,000, and it needed like one more Quentin Grimes assist, and it was 45 seconds left. And he steals the ball. He's on the break, and he's got someone was running with him. I think it was like Obi was running with him. And I'm like, just throw him the ball, passing the ball. And Obi passing the ball, and he goes and dunks it. And then they call a timeout, check him out. And it's like, I'm the only person you'll see that hit a plus 10,000 and was sick. Oh, sick.
Yo, and then you gotta bring yourself back to reality. Like, you know what?
Yeah.
Thank you. You know
and I gotta go to town. Like, good night, everybody.
All right, so yeah, man. If y'all got a story, put it in the comments, man. Definitely put it in the comments. Y'all got a story. And let's get y'all what y'all here for, man. Let's get y'all some money. Like I said, retweet that last post. I will make sure y'all know I'm a man of my word. I will write everybody's name down who retweeted it and quote tweeted it, all that. Put y'all names in there and pick 2 names out. We get it busy. All right. We have Sparks headed to the Dream, minus 1.5. Headed to Atlanta, over under 161.5. I believe Alicia Gray is still hurt. Let me pull up the official.
Yeah, she's out for this one.
And what about Coffee?
Coffee, I haven't heard anything on.
Okay, let me update real quick on Coffee, because Coffee is a big deal to me. She's a big deal to me.
Yeah.
But before we get into coffee, I will mention that the Sparks have won at least 5 straight, maybe six, coming
Mhm.
off a big win. Oh no, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so they both are out. Okay.
Interesting. Okay.
Sparks done won at least 5 straight, maybe six. Coming off a big win versus the Aces, where they just dominated the Aces. I know some people that got some Sparks futures. I believe my homie Tease had like Sparks futures to make the playoffs or something. And they look like the team that he was liking early in the year, like bullying teams, could
Mhm.
score, play great defense, hit the three. So this is a team that are easily playing their best ball of the season. They're actually scoring the ball, easily playing their best ball of the season. Whereas the Dream, they finally turned it around with a win. I think did they win their last game outflow? Did they win their last game?
No, they actually got smoked in the 53-point Asia Wilson game.
Okay, the game before that, I think they won it. Either way it goes.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
no. Okay, yeah, the game before that they won, but they kind of got on track with their offense. That's
yes,
what got on track because they were easily the worst offensive team over the last 10 games.
yeah,
Scored 100 points against the Aces without Nia Coffey and Alicia Gray. So that opened my eyes for sure because I expected them to struggle immensely without those two. So
mhm.
yeah, that kind of sets the tone. Like I said, the over under is 161. I don't have an official yet, but I do have a lot of looks for y'all. Off top, I gotta lean the Sparks. The Sparks are playing amazing right now. And I gotta lean the over. But strong lean to the Sparks. I may get there with the Sparks, may try and catch the Sparks live. And I'm gonna give it the flow and see what he how he feels about this game, and then we'll get into some spots that I love, blow money
Mm.
bets, and maybe a straight that I'm really close to getting to. Excuse me. Go
Yes.
ahead, bro.
So we don't have any official lines at DK yet, so I'm waiting to see what odds they give us before I throw down on anything because the lines on FanDuel are terrible. But the
Juice.
big, yeah, juiced on everything. Canada's assists, Azora's rebounds. Only thing's not juiced on is like Azora's points, and you can also get Canada's points at a nice point. But Azora's rebounds is the first one I'm looking at. Off the top of my head, I want to say this number at 5 of the last 6 when she's played against Atlanta this year, and she's played 23 plus minutes. She's 4 for 4, and there's also some. I got to dig more into it, but potentially more laddering because she's not just over it, but she has like 1 with 6, then like 2 with 8, 1 with 10. So a great opportunity for Azora. You could get there on the points because this is an Atlanta front line that is very kind of leaky, and the 10.5 is that great money, and she's been covering that. But I don't know, Azora's not a scorer like that where she's going to be consistent. I mean, last game versus the Mercury, I said on the timeline, she looked like Olajuwon. She was pulling threes, going to the step back, hitting a fadeaway on the baseline. Like, sheesh. But I really like that one. Canada's assist, I love. I know on Prize Picks it's at 7. I still would take it there. She could get 8. It's at 6.5, but it's like minus 146, 142, which is terrible. Another big one I'm looking at is Cheyenne Parker, because obviously with no Alicia Gray, there's going to be more shots for Cheyenne. I did a rough estimate because I was looking at the numbers and I'm still in the process of putting everything together. But the magic number I'm kind of looking at here is the number 13, which is field goal attempts for Cheyenne. I want to say this year when she takes 13 plus field goal attempts, she's over that 14.5 number, I want to say, in 11 or 12 of 15. And she has a good track record versus LA. And it's LA where it's like, Azora's a cool defender, but she doesn't have foot speed like that. Like Cheyenne could like take you out to 3 ball. She could take you off the dribble. She could, take you down low. So the main looks I would say, just to kind of surmise, I threw a lot at you, is first one is Azora's rebounds, what I'm looking at, Canada's assist, and Cheyenne's points. I'm going to give more plays on the timeline and have a video later today, but we need DraftKings to give us those lines so I can officially throw in what are my officials for today. And also, I'll say this: I like the Dream. Also, what are your thoughts on the PPD of Canada 15 in the win at plus 215? Because that kind of stood out a little bit.
I haven't even looked at that yet. Wow, let me take a look.
Yeah,
That definitely stands out. What they got Azariah to win at? They
they
got
don't have.
Azariah.
See, they don't see. You probably got to. You could build that on DK, but they don't have. They're smart. Like real
They
quick,
know what they be doing.
yeah.
They know what they be doing.
Not to go on a tangent, but yesterday I went with Jewel Lloyd's points, right? And if you looked at every game, you could have bet 30 points on every game for players, right? But there was one game you couldn't, and it was Storm Fever. So in the back of my head, I'm like, they know she's about to go off because they're not even giving you the ladder. I could bet 30 in the Dream game, the Sky Aces game, in the Liberty game, every other game. But the one game I can't bet 30 here. Oh, why is that? So sometimes if you have multiple books, you can kind of compare and see what they think is about to happen.
So first off, yeah, I like that Canada plus 215. So like Flo said, so first of all, if you're watching this on Twitter, retweet it for me. I appreciate y'all showing love. Sub to the channel, Kingmaker Sports, or just search Blunt Money Bets on YouTube. Trying to get to 400 subs in a couple weeks by football season. So yeah, let's get there. We are like 360 right now. We're like 366 right now. So I appreciate y'all. So I'm gonna give y'all these numbers, man. I right now, if I get there on anything official, I know I do got official prize picks and Blunt Money Bets that I will get to. But as far as a unit bet that I put a full unit on, if I get there with anything official, then I before the end of the show, obviously I'll tell y'all or I'll put it on my timeline. We just gotta wait on these DraftKings lines to see if they open up a little better. Because like Flo said, if I could get an Azure 9.5, I'm taking it.
Oh,
I'm taking it.
Yeah.
If I could get an Azure 5.5 at minus 135, 5.5 rebounds at minus 135, I'm taking it. If I can get a Jordan Canada minus 6.5, well, you can get that on Prize Picks, so I'm cool on that. That's really where I'm looking right now. Azure Stevens, her last. She's gone 28, 15, 8, 17, 19, 8, 13. So she's either going to go way over her prop or she's going to break your heart and go barely under it by a basket. Now, with that being said, let me give y'all the information. When I look at this game, the people that stick out to me most are Azure, Ryan, and Cheyenne, and Jordan Canada. So Azure in 3 games this season. Mind you, she averages on the season 10 points and 5 rebounds. But in 3 games versus Atlanta this year, including a game a week or two ago, she had 15 and 8, 13 and 9, and 16 and 12. 32 minutes, 26 minutes, 39 minutes, and she's taking at least 11 shots. So it's not like she's going crazy with the shots. So to me, this is kind of like I was talking about with the Megan Gustafson. This is just maybe a good matchup where you have the slim, quick, agile center versus the big plotting Cheyenne Parker center. And we've seen Cheyenne couldn't stay in front of Asia, where both of them could give each other work on the opposite end. Now Cheyenne wasn't giving work on the other side, but we saw Megan Gustafson end up covering that plus 500 for us when she got busy in the fourth quarter because she finally was like, hold on, and then she just started going at Azure. So I think that Azure is going to be able to use her face-up game. If she hitting a couple jumpers tonight, she's out of there. She's going to cover her points easily if she hitting her jumpers. But if she can face up, actually hit her layups, because I love my queens. But what is the most frustrating about betting the WNBA besides the coaching is they will smoke a layup. It's like they be so open. Like they just be like, yo, I'm just open. And they will dead smoke a layup. So as long as she don't smoke no layups and she maybe hit a jumper or two, I really think she can have a big game. And the rebounds stick out to me. Like I said, 12, 8, and 9. So y'all already know I'm about to whip up a Blunt Money bet. I'm doing it. I'm in the midst of doing it now with her. I wonder what I could get her double at when you build it out. Because the thing about DraftKings, and I already told y'all, I feel like DraftKings has been doing this because they've been getting hit. They've been getting hit by sharp bettors. So now they'll release the props in the SGPs way before they let you actually put a single on them, a straight bet on them. And they've been doing that for a while. FanDuel is actually doing their props first. So right now we can get an Azure double at plus 475. I'm cool on that, but I am interested in 10 and 8 plus 250. That is very interesting. Like I said, she's had 8 rebounds every single game. She's played them 8, 9, and 12. She's had double digits easily with 13, 12, and 16. So that could be a nice beginning to a lotto, or that can just be a nice little builder. Well, that is actually going to be a builder that we play. So let me start playing and put that in right now. So yeah, that's our first builder. 10 points and 8 rebounds with Azure. as far as blunt money bets that I've put in on this game, because like I said, I'm really close to getting there, maybe with her rebounds. And the fact that I'm going to be exposed because we have prize picks as well. The fact that I'm going to be exposed on prize picks, I might not get there unless we just get a beautiful line. But yeah, Azare Stevens, 15 points plus 290 on FanDuel straight. Just you can bet it straight plus 290 on FanDuel. Like I said, I like that. She's had 15, 13, and 16. And she's coming off a big game. So yeah, I like that. That's plus 290. And if you compare that to DraftKings, you got to build it out if you go on DraftKings. And it's only plus 235 that you're getting for that same 15 on DraftKings. So you might as well just play the straight 15. I couldn't talk you off of Claritin. I do feel like one of those two are going to have a game where they score 15. The last time they played, all of them. So I'll probably do some sort of a blunt money bet where like all of them score 15 because that's what happened last time they played. Like Clarendon had 15, Azare had 15 plus, Jordan Canada had 15 plus, and then NECA had like 17 or 18 if I'm not mistaken. So I could see a game like that as well. But me, I'm more likely to go JC. Y'all know we always do this. Queen JC, and she covered this. We better last time. And she got it in dramatic fashion, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, Jordan Canada scored 20 points plus 400. I'll get into her next. We did all that. We got into Ashley. I'll get into her next. Jordan Canada, 20 points and 8 assists on 5 of 13 shooting. That's the game we had her. And I think that was the last game they played. And 13 and 7. 13 points and 7 assists. So she's at that 20 points plus assist line each time. She's covered her 6.5 assists each time. And we already know Jordan Canada been getting busy with the assists lately anyway.
Yeah, and I have some thoughts I want to throw off you when you have a chance.
Nah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, so the way I tend to look at things, because all great info, and I agree with everything you said. I think you're dead on. Like, I couldn't agree more. But I always like to think of it like if you have prize picks or if you know about like how that chart goes, how it goes from green, red, you know? And sometimes you'll see a really good player and it's like red, red, red. And I always say that chart got to flow back to green at some point because the player's too good. And we made it this far and we haven't talked about NECA because NECA, I think, she only played 23 minutes last game. Azare was getting busy. She was playing all those minutes. NECA was chilling on the bench. And that thought crossed my head last game. I'm like, you know what? I would not be surprised if NECA came next game with extra juice. It's me, Naz Hillman, Rupert off the bench guarding her. Like, I got to go back and look at that last Dream game. Because basically what I kind of want to do is whoever Cheyenne is not guarding, that's who I want. Because it's like, that person's going to feast. If it's Azare on NECA and Hillman, she's going to feast. If it's NECA, she's going to feast. Because they just have no frontline depth. And you'll see at some point, they're going to go to that small line where they have like Haley Jones. They go 4 guards, 1 big, play some zone, try to collapse down. I mean, NECA's so talented. She'll put the ball on the floor, hit a little turnaround, get to the mid-range. Jordan will hit it with the pick and roll. She can even hit the 3. So I got to look at NECA. NECA is like kind of like scary because she'll start hot, won't get to 20, or, you know, she'll just be disengaged. But I think it's set up for maybe a NECA game. Got to look at it a little bit more, though.
No, and this the thing. I could not. Wow. Yeah, so that's a blunt money bet. Might as well put that in right now. But yeah. I could not. First off, NECA in the 3 games, 17 and 7 on 6 of 14 shooting, 25 and 5, 25 points, 5 rebounds in 23 minutes, and 19 and 10 in 30 minutes. Okay, so when I see that personally, I see, like you said, capability of her. She got a big 25, 30-point game. I also see the lines is probably sharp around her. You know what I'm saying? Because she got that 17 and that 19 plus the 25. You know what I'm saying? And then as far as the rebounds, she got 10 and 7 and 5. So with NECA, with me, I would definitely, if I was doing anything with NECA, I would do points and rebounds, or I would play her to have a crazy game, like a 25, 30-point game, something like that. Also, she's primed for what she always does. She's had 5 rebounds in every game this season, I think, except for 1, which was the last game she played against the Aces. She's had 5 rebounds in every game this season. not the best builder piece, and then the 15 points, I think I haven't looked recently, but I know that was a popular builder piece as well. I would not be surprised if she's had 15 points in something like 7 of 10, 8 of 10, even 9 of 10 games, believe it or not. Because like Flo's saying, she's consistent in that 15 to 20 point range. She's consistent there. So definitely. As far as the blunt money bet I just put in, and then I'll speak on Clarendon, and then I'll let Flo. Well, I'll go to the dream info I have, and then let Flo piggyback off that. But yeah, Azure Stevens 15, Jordan Canada 15, and Lashia Clarendon, all to score 15 points. That is a plus 2,500 right now. Like I said, I'm pretty sure that happened last time they played. Um, because when I was doing my capping, I think Clariton, she's missed 2 of the 3 meetings. Maybe I missed the game, but I only saw 16 and 5 from her.
Yeah.
In the only time she played.
Yeah.
And
Their guards have been kind of like a roller coaster for who's going to be available for these games between her and Lexi.
Yeah. And in that game, like I said, when she had 16, I'm pretty sure Azure had 15. Let me see if I can pull up that game log real quick. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the game Azure had 15 and 8 in. And I think Jordan Canada actually had a dub in that game.
Yeah.
But let me pull up the box score.
Yeah, I gotta go back to the Dream Classic log and pull back one of your favorite quotes, which is sometimes you just have to bet madness, because I think that when you look at it over the course of the last 5 games, this is a matchup with the number 2 pace team and the number 5 pace team. What I've noticed with the Dream is Alicia Gray tends to be a really good defender on the wing and grabbing rebounds. So it just kind of feels that both teams are going to be terrible in transition because, for one, Alicia's not there. The bad backups we alluded to. So would it surprise me if like Jordan Cannon had 8 assists and NECA had 20 points, and Azure had 8 rebounds, and Cheyenne had 20 points, and Ryan, like, no, none of that would surprise me. Like, I think you just need to take like 0.1 of a unit, find like your 4 or 5 favorite spots, stick it on all those things. Like, hey, if this was the madness game, as you love to say, what would happen? And this is what it would look like. And it's almost like sometimes, for me at least, the bets be scaring me because you're like, yo, all this could happen, but why the odds like 5,700? Like, there's no chance that would ever happen. And then you watch the game and you're like, oh crap, like this, might happen.
Yeah, for sure. This is definitely a madness game. I can definitely see it where it just gets loose and anything could happen. So to just closing thoughts on what I was saying with that blunt money bet I just told y'all for plus 2,500. The last time they played, the Sparks won 85 to 74. Jordan Canada 20 points on 5 of 13 shooting, but she hit 9 free throws. She did. I remember her hitting the free throws to hold us down at the end. But yeah, Jordan Canada had 20. Clarendon has 16, and Azure had 15, and NECA has 17. So everybody 8. I would not be surprised at a similar performance because really, I mean, it's just those 3. Yeah, I would not be surprised at a similar performance. Definitely a better chance of happening. I think it's a way greater chance of happening more than 1 in 25 times. All right. So yeah. All right. Let's get into the dream and the trends with the dream and why you might want to get on some of these girls' dreams. I already got one spot I love. I'm telling y'all now. I already put in Ryan Howard over 7 3-point attempts on Prize Picks. And if y'all wondering why I'm with the Capri Sun, like I rarely I try not to eat fast food, but I was lazy and I got damn Burger King delivered a couple nights ago. And you know how on DoorDash they like you need like 190 to get the dash pass and all that. And I'm like, all right, I got to get the dash pass so I could like save all this money. So they had a Capri. I know it was a Capri Sun. They said it was just an apple juice. So I thought it was gonna be like a Mott's or some apple juice put over the Capri Sun. So that's why I'm drinking the Capri Sun. But like I don't have kids or nothing like that. So yeah, but yeah, I already played Ryan Howard over her threes. And I'm pretty sure I put that with Azure rebounds, but we'll see when I get the Prize Picks. But yeah, over her 7 3-point attempts, I think are funny. I think she's had 9 every single time she's played them. 9 3-point attempts every single time she's played them, if I'm not mistaken. I know she had 9 in 2 games. All right. Ryan Howard, 17 and 5. 17 and 5 3-point attempts in 1 game. 43 points in the first game they played this season. And 15 points with 5 3-pointers. All of her points came from She was 5 and 9 from three that game. So yeah, she's had 9 attempts in every single time they played LA this year. So just to run that back again, Ryan Howard, she's had 17, 15, and 43 this year, her games against Atlanta, and she's doing what she does, shooting her threes. I would also look toward her rebounds. She's been rebounding the ball
Yep.
really well lately.
Yep.
And Cheyenne Parker, what she's done in the 3 games, 17 and 7 in 37 minutes. That's the new and improved Cheyenne. That's the actual all-star Cheyenne that actually should be getting 30 plus minutes. But hey, good for her finally getting those minutes, Queen Cheyenne. 17 and 7, 37 minutes on 6 of 14 shooting. She did have a down game where she only played 20 minutes and she had 8 and 5. But she also had a game where she played what was her old normal, 27 minutes, and she had 14 and 11 in that game. So kind of about what Flo was talking about, this could definitely be a game where Cheyenne kind of, get busy. Her points and rebounds could be a good look. I think her line right now is 21 and a half on Prize Picks, and as I look at this, she's going over that 2 of 3. So, Flo, how do you want to add any thoughts about the dream?
Yeah, a lot of thoughts. For one, like we've been doing that Cheyenne Parker assist. I would stay off of it because, like, I noticed last game I was on it just because it's like, you got to keep riding, but they didn't run the same plays, like the same like kind of triangle look where she was like kind of Paul Gasol and she would like look for someone on the wing. It was like Gray wasn't there, so it's like they need her to be more of a scorer. That's why I looked at that. Ryan's rebounds is something that I love. When the Dream last came here, there's always like this competition between her and Alicia Gray for over 4.5 boards. I haven't checked it what it is, but if it's 4.5 for Ryan, I think I might get there. I just gotta like look and dig into more numbers. Love that.
It's 4.5. I'm pretty sure
Okay.
it's 4.5.
Oh, okay. That's a cop out. I gotta look at more, but like Ari McDonald's another one I look at. Like, what's her assist line? Because she's someone who's like sneaky, like kind of quick, can get on the break and distribute. Same with Danielle Robinson. Depending on who plays more, this is gonna be a pace game, so that lends itself to the point guard getting assists. And my long shot, I already know what it is. I was just waiting for what the odds were gonna be. You gotta split it between two books, but like I'm if it ain't broke, I'm just gonna keep going back to it, which is Cheyenne Parker is like amazing at that jump ball. And they keep running that same play with her and Ryan. And now that Alicia Gray, see, when Alicia was there, the fear was like, man, are they gonna give it to Alicia this time? Alicia out of there. So if they get the ball, I'm just splitting like half of a unit between Cheyenne plus 400, I want to say at Caesars, and Ryan at plus 390, I want to say at FanDuel. Those are the best odds for both of them. And I'm just seeing if we can, I mean, these first baskets have just been, holy cow. Like, is the NBA like this? Because like I never really dabbled in the NBA first basket market.
Well,
With WNBA, it feels like you could get like within the ballpark like almost every time. Like you may miss, but you're like, I was close though.
a couple things because what I'm saying they call us like the dynamic duel, so I never want to step on my boy product. So first off, the rebounds are available, and I only said that because like I just randomly remember them. But I want to say they juiced as hell. They're like minus 140, so I don't think that you're trying to give that out right now. You know what I'm saying? Like I think when he said he would play them at a good price, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if you think they worth paying 140. If that's the case, we're gonna pay the 140 for Azure rebounds. If anybody rebounds,
oh hell yeah,
around this motherfucker. she the one that's getting paid for.
Yeah.
So I just want to put that out there. But yeah, definitely agree with what you were saying. About Cheyenne, and as far as the first baskets, I told you because you're the one who really started the first basket wave. When then you give out Tierra?
Oh my God,
Cheyenne,
Tierra McCown
plus 17. Yeah, you gave that out early, and that's what really made me because I had always noticed Brittany Griner, but it was like it was too low. I'm like, I'm not betting that shit. Like I seen a plus 150 before, I'm not betting that shit. But then it started getting back to 250 and 300. That's when I started dabbling, and then I noticed Asia Wilson. So those are the ones I've been giving out consistently. We hit on Cheyenne Parker. You was on Cheyenne Parker on her birthday too, right? So we both hit on Cheyenne Parker last game. So I definitely can get there with you on another Cheyenne Parker first basket. The odds did drop crazy, right?
They did. Actually, they did on FanDuel, but Caesars. I mean, we're in New York, and because you're in New York, you don't get good odds on anything, or you don't even get the full markets. But go on Caesars. You got to often compare Caesars between Caesars and FanDuel, and during NBA, compare Caesars, FanDuel, and DraftKings. Because they all have first baskets. So does PointsBet for NBA. So if you compare, you'll see there's a discrepancy because on FanDuel, Cheyenne's 300. On Caesar, she's 400. So it's like, okay, cool.
Okay. Yeah, so I definitely could not talk you up for Cheyenne. And as far as the NBA being like that, I mean, it's a little more random, I think, because you got so many players that honestly can go out there and just really hit a basket, in my opinion.
Mhm.
But I know if you can, it's the same with the plays, because I know for a fact I was hitting Jaden Ivey first basket for a
Yeah.
minute.
Yeah.
And it was just because they was getting the tip. Wiseman was getting the tip, and they was running that pick and roll with him and Duran or him and Wiseman toward the end of the season. When it was no Bogdanovich and when it was just bare bones, and we was killing with Ivy PRA at that point. Um, yeah. So yeah. For sure. All right. Excuse me. So nothing really official. We done got there. I'm whipping up a builder right now. That I have. I mean, I could have it right now. But outside of that, I might have a couple more blunt money bets. I'm whipping up a builder now. I got a -110. That's pretty beautiful here. I could add more to it if I want to get spicy, but I think I'll just leave this here. I'll do this here for half a unit. So Azare Stevens, 8 points. Again, Azare, let me see if I can go back. She's had that 8 points, and I want to say in 10 straight games. Because she's been either going over her point prop or she's been landing right at that 8 points. So, yeah, love that. I'm
We
trying to
need a
get.
Daniel Robinson assist line. I don't think we're gonna get it, but we need it. We need it. I hope if it's 4.5, like that would.
Is it on Price Picks?
Don't see it so far. Don't see it so far.
All right, so Azare,
No,
nine
we
of
just do it
10,
already.
9 of 10, and 10 of 11 with her 8 points. So we're gonna go Azare 8 points. Ryan Howard 12 points. She's going over this line every time she's played them. She's gonna shoot a lot of shots. I'm not gonna look at her things, but obviously she's gonna get the most shots. She's gonna get at least 50. She should get 15 shots, unless they double her, but she's still gonna be able to get her shots off. And Jordan Canada 5 assists. This is a line, and let me look at my notes. I'm pretty sure. She like 9 to 10. Yeah. So she like 10 of 11 games, 10 of 12 games with 5 assists. So all these lines are really, really strong. 3 leg -110 builder. Azrae Stevens 8 points, Ryan Howard 12 points, and Jordan Canada 5 assists. Third quarter cash at the latest for that. And you want to get the Prize Picks, man?
Sure, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Prize picks, like I love all the looks we're looking into and we're talking about. The sneaky one, like I just mentioned, Daniel Robinson versus LA the last 2 years. She's her PRA, because you can only take the 14.5 PRA. Now it's dropped to 14. Okay. But that PRA, she's pushed or was over that number in a 4 or 5, excuse me, over 2 of 2 this year. And the thing with her, because I've bet on her before, is her minutes. You don't know what's going to go with her minutes, but this season, when she plays at least 25 minutes, she's over this number 9 of 10. So I really like Daniel Robinson in this
Wow.
spot. I wish I could just take the assist. I like the assist. Maybe the fantasy points come at fantasy at 18.5 is nice too. But yeah, that 14 PRA is something like I'll play that with like a lot of the looks you said, because like what I like to do sometimes on Prize Picks is like if I really like Danielle Robinson, but you got to parlay it instead of having to rely on this one thing. I'll find like maybe 2 of the spots. So I'll probably do like Danielle with Jordan Cannon's assist. Danielle was Azare Stevens rebounds. That way I could have like multiple where like one of them hits or 2 of them hits. Great night. But yeah, I like this spot tonight because it's one game, so you can just dig in so much to so many more things. So I like Azare's rebounds, as we alluded to earlier. I'll probably get there with NECA's points, Cheyenne's points as well, and Daniel Robinson. What stands out to you on Prize Picks?
Well, I already got 2 officials, but I think for the sake, and y'all put y'all Prize Picks, and I will get to the comments after we do this collab. And y'all put y'all Prize Picks, what y'all like in there. If y'all want to whip up a community Prize Picks, then put what y'all like in the comments, and I'll do that. And I'll definitely play that with y'all, because you
Man,
guys
those
been
Ryan threes, like you were not lying.
dreamers is sharp. Yeah, so what I want you to do is we might as well get our collab. Just do it live now. Now what was you talking about with Danielle? You said her PRA or
Yeah,
fantasy you was looking
14.
at.
Yeah, 14. Like, so the last 2 games, she's played a lot of minutes. She just has to play. That's the only thing. But like, if you just look at the last 3 of the last 4, it's 28 minutes, it's 34 minutes, it's 28 minutes. She's flying over the number.
She
And
gonna
she has a good,
play.
yeah, and she has a great track record versus LA too.
Oh, I was gonna say I worry about Jordan Canada who be dogging on defense, bro.
Yeah. No, I agree. No, I agree.
I do worry about that, but if you got the numbers in front of you, now would you rather just wait to see if an assist line pops for her? I don't know if it's gonna pop on Prize Picks if it
Nah, I
hasn't already.
probably won't, to be honest.
Probably won't.
Yeah.
All right. So I was personally looking at first of all Ryan Howard threes and Azure Stevens is
Mm.
gonna be on Ryan Howard threes is gonna be on any collab. So you might as well put me down for that. Ryan Howard threes is gonna be my what I want to add to the collab. Aside from that, uh I'm looking at Jordan Canada. Her fantasy points, I just don't know how they add fantasy points. Because it gotta be a way to capitalize on Jordan Canada
Oh,
still in blocks.
bro,
But
thank you so much for saying that. Yeah, the Dream Notorious. Sorry to cut you off.
no, you
Give up.
good.
They gave up a ton of steals to guards. That's why I was doing that. Jackie Young over 1.5 steals. I want to say over the course of the last 3 weeks, they're like the number 1 team in steals allowed to guards. I could double check that on WNBA, but
And it's so crazy because I was literally on the stream yesterday touting Aaliyah Boston. That's why we got to get these. We need to hurry and get these in. I was touting Aaliyah Boston turnovers, and they took them off my ticket before I could lock them in.
bro, I was listening to you and Chris. I was doing something, and when I went back to Prize Picks, they took it off.
Yeah, 1.5. Yep.
Yeah.
So they get hit. Somebody hit them hard, and they get hit to it. So I say that to say this. I don't know if we have a line, a Jordan Canada. We don't have a Jordan Canada steals blocks line, do we?
No, you'd have to do the fantasy points. And the fantasy points basically works with, I want to say, a steal or a block is 3, and the turnover I want to say is -1. So if she gets like 2 or 3 steals and blocks and does like the normal Jordan Canada, like 13 and 7, 14 and 7, grab 3, 4 rebounds. I want to say assists are like 1.3. So it's like basically like 9 point something for the assists. Each point is 1 point. That's like gets you to 22, gets like 2 or 3 steals. That gets you to like up to like 30. And then she gets like 3, 4 rebounds. That gets you up to like 36, 37. Plus, if she gets like 3, 4 turnovers, like let's say it's a bad game, she gets like 5 turnovers. Now you're at like 31, 32, and her fantasy score is 31.5. So for me, I like it because it's like literally Jordan Canada has to have a bad game of like, man, why is she just turning over so much? And I still think she'll probably cover that.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Do you get extra for hitting threes?
No, you just get straight for the points.
Just get 3 points, so three's not like a 1 point nothing.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So I want to add that. That could be we can both add that. If you like that, I want to add that for a couple reasons. Jordan Canada. Fuck it. I want to say this is the last 12. Yeah, who knows? 2 steals, 3 steals, 4 steals, 3 steals in a block, 4 steals, 2 steals, 3 steals, 3 steals, nothing. 3 steals in a block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So she's going stupid on the steals the last 10 games, steals and blocks. Last time she played Atlanta to Flow Point, she had 4 steals and a damn turnover.
Yep.
And also in this range, she will turn this damn thing over now. Don't get it twisted. She will turn it over. But the steals make up for the turnover. So as long as she get 2 steals, she'll be fine with the turnovers. You know what I'm saying? And if she don't turn it over tonight, and the other thing that makes me really want to play this game is the rebounds. You know what I'm saying? So she did have 2 rebounds last time out against Atlanta, but you spoke to how Atlanta gives up rebounds to guards as well.
Holy cow.
You know, 0, 3, 2, 4, 4, 8, 3, 1, 4, 4, 5. So I will put her right now in the really close. Ryan is definitely in there for me with the 3-point attempts. and Jordan Canada fantasy is
Mhm.
definitely really, really, really close for me. Um, I love Azare Stevens. Probably got to do like I would probably over anything. I would probably do Azare rebounds, man. Just because now points plus rebounds are very enticing, but the
Yeah,
fact that we both are so close to putting a unit on her 5.5 rebounds kind of speaks to me that that six is probably a good value. Plus, it's
agreed,
at that good six that like if she just gets six, we get a push out of it. You see what I'm
agreed.
saying?
Yeah,
Um, Also, wouldn't be surprised to see this close at 6.5.
yeah, agreed. Let me throw this out at you. Since we're just like coming together with ideas.
Mm-hmm.
This is a like long, long, long shot, right?
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts on Jordan Canada triple double? Because the last game versus the Aces, Chelsea Gray had 9 rebounds and 12 assists. And the thing that I've noticed with the Dream is that Alicia Gray is like kind of just like the not the parole, but like kind of like she's the kind of like the person who like keeps things in check as far as the guards coming down the rebounds. She's such a really good rebounder. And I noticed that like last game, like yeah, Chelsea was getting all those rebounds because Alicia not in there. Alicia's such a great rebounder. She does a great job of boxing. She understands angles really well. So I really got to look at it. This is one of those like I need to like take 30 minutes, have a nice cup of coffee, and just sit down. Because do I think it's gonna happen? No, but it does give me a little bit of the same feeling like when I call Ionescu triple double, where I'm like, man, something like that fast paced game, like something like reckless could just happen tonight. So just a thought.
Only thing that worries me about that, well, first off, you can't put the triple double together. On DraftKings you can't, but you can get 8 at plus 1,300. So I will never talk you off of playing that, considering she had 8 rebounds 7 games ago.
And her 10 or 8
Um,
is 2,800.
huh?
Her 10 points,
Oh
10,
yeah, 10
10,
and
10
8.
assists,
But
and 8
see me
rebounds. Uh-huh.
personally, I wouldn't even play with it, man. I wouldn't even play
Mhm.
with it if I'm betting on something crazy, because she only had 8 rebounds once this season
Mhm.
that I'm looking at. She has 7 once, but she hasn't had over 8 this whole season. I think she's had 8. Yeah, she only had 8 once, unless I'm looking at something. So personally, I feel like if I'm betting on something that fragile, I personally would just bet that shit dolo. I would bet that and put it with a leg like her 2 assists. That might even
Mhm.
bring the value down or some shit, something like
Mhm.
that. But that's just me being safe. But no, I could never talk you off of your gut. But I know if you like that, then you must really like her damn
R plus
um
A
uh
or R plus A?
well, not even that. Just her fantasy points.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Shit. But no. With Azure? If we lock in Azure, what is you trying to lock in most with Azure?
Well, I would trust my gut and I would go with Cheyenne Parker's points because I think the usage. I do think the fact that like last game versus the Aces, she only played 21 minutes and age was really taking it to her. So I think there's a nice chance. It's a Friday night out in LA. Get it right. 14 and a half points. I would just want to look at a couple things before we like officially lock something in. But my gut is like that 14 and a half is too low. Like Sparks
Okay.
don't have a front line. Like Megan Gustafson, no shade, she is not nearly anywhere as coordinated as Cheyenne Parker. And she got over that point total after smoking like 3 layups and getting the offensive rebounds and putting it back in the second time. Cheyenne don't need that. Cheyenne could like get 10, 12 points by halftime, and then you need 3 more points. Like, if anything, I would be looking at the ladder. Like, this number should be like 16 and a half, if I'm being real about it. Like, they have 2 scorers. The rest of the rest of the players on the team are not coordinated. Like Daniel Robinson's not going to be up here pulling for 14 points. Like Nas Hillman ain't like that. Like if you just look at the roster and you say like, okay, the Dream need to score points. Who on this team can score double digits? Like 3 players maybe. Like it's kind of just what it is.
All right. All right. Well, I'm gonna give y'all. I got 2 official prize picks. I'm gonna give y'all. I'll give y'all these 2 officials, and then I'll get to the comments. Well, yeah. What I'll do is I'll recap every official bet I've given out. Then we'll get to the comments, and then I'll do this giveaway. All right. The 2 official prize picks: Cheyenne Parker, 21 points plus rebounds. NECA and Azure Stevens, 14 and a half more over 14 and a half rebounds combined. That's Nneka and Azure Stevens. And Jordan Canada, 3 free throws made. I'll run that back. Jordan Canada, more than 3 free throws made. I think she's going to get to the
Wow,
line, maybe
3.
get a tech, get fouled. She's off and on with this, but normally, and I told y'all yesterday, I thought Kelsey Plum with the free throws, didn't play it, and she got it in the first quarter again. I don't know why the hell I don't be trusting my gut. I do sometimes, but not enough. So tonight, Jordan Canada, 3 free throws. Nneka and Azure to have more, basically to have 15 rebounds or more, and Cheyenne Parker to have 21 points plus rebounds. I love that. I told you about Cheyenne going over this number. She's been getting busy with the points and rebounds in 2 or 3 games. Next, and this is kind of when I put a little more money on Ryan Howard, 7 3-points attempted, 3-pointers attempted. Jordan Canada, 7 assists, and Azure Stevens, 6 rebounds or more. So all these is over. I'll run that back again. Jordan Canada, over 7 assists. Again, she's gone over this number. She's had 7 or more both games against Atlanta. Azure Stevens, 6 rebounds. We already talked about Azure rebounds till we blew in the face. And Ryan Howard, over 7 3-points attempted. I think that may be the best on the board, that and Azure rebounds. I think those two are the best lines on the board. We'll see what me and Flo cook up. I'm gonna probably get there somehow, some way on Azure points and rebounds. I'm gonna do something with her points. I'm not just gonna chill with rebounds, because I think she's in a good position to score. So,
tell me this doesn't happen every time we're on here. Like literally, Ryan's 3-point attempts just got bumped up to 7.5.
See?
Every time we're on here, that always happens.
That's why I'm trying to get. That's why I tried to get it in early, but
yeah,
I still like the 7.5, y'all. And
like
I did tell y'all about 20 minutes ago that was gonna be my number one. I told y'all that was my number one play. But yeah,
I won't even hold you. That's why I was on my phone. I'm not trying to be disrespectful during the stream, but I saw this story before you said that. I'm like, say less, Azure, and so I got that 7.
Yeah,
I got
man,
that 7 right there with you.
You got it, man. You know they say that's the sign of a shark. If you can beat line movement consistently, and we be beating that line movement. All right, so that's what we gave out. I just gave y'all what we gave out. Still like the 7.5. Gave y'all because I need 8 to win the bet anyway. 7 to be a fine tie, but I need 8 to win. As far as these, I got a builder I gave y'all. Azure 8 points, Ryan Howard 12 points, Jordan Canada 5 assists. That's a -110. I'll run that back again. Azure 8 points, Ryan Howard 12 points. And let me write this down for the purposes. For the timestamp purposes, my recap. Yeah, Ryan Howard 12 points, Azure 8 points, Jordan Canada 5 assists. That's a -110. I gave y'all a blood money bet plus 2,500, which is Azure, Jordan Canada, and Laisha. Her name, what's her name?
Laisha.
Oh,
I love the Sparks announcer. Like he says the name like with extra like emphasis, so that's the only reason I know how to say everyone's name because he says it like that.
Okay, no, that's cool. All right, Laisha, Jordan Canada, and Azure each to have 15 points tonight, plus 2,500. That'd be amazing. And the plus 250 I gave out, Azure with almost a double, 10 points and 8 rebounds, plus 250 builder. And as far as the blunt money bets on FanDuel, gave out Jordan Canada to score 20 at plus 400, and gave out Azure to score 15 at plus 290. All right, we're gonna get to the comments, and then I'm about to do this giveaway. Appreciate y'all rocking with your boy. What's the vibes? Y'all follow my boy, Cuz what up? Back to make more great moments. What's the vibe? Yeah, we're gonna do it again tonight. Even with one game. And we got games tomorrow too. JC 7 assists. Yeah, Fahrenheit. I'm feeling that. Azure 11 points. Yup. Great minds. You know the vibes. My boy Quentin was good, man. Was good. JL was like, yeah, that was big. Jewel Lloyd was definitely big last night. And honestly, anybody who watched Jewel Lloyd, they wasn't really surprised by that because that's literally what she does. I talk shit about Seattle all the time on here. Mm-hmm. That's what they do. They're not good to me, but they literally will be down all game by 10, 15 points, look like they can't score. Then Jewel Lloyd does that shit in the fourth quarter. That's what she does all the time. And then before you know it, it's like, oh shit. they can hit a shot to win. I called them the Utah Jazz of the WNBA because that's what the Utah Jazz did last year in the NBA. Like, you'd be dumb as hell betting a double-digit spread against the Jazz because they are going to play until there's 0 seconds left on the clock. They're going to foul you even when the game should be over. Up 7 with 13 seconds left, they still fouling, sending you to the line, trying to shoot a three. It's like, bro, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we got to – hopefully the Storm, they win this lottery because this is a really good draft coming up for the WNBA, and we need Jewel Lloyd in the playoffs. So if we could get, like, one more horse on that team with Jewel, Ezzy, they could make a move, sign, and trade for someone, like, we need to see her in the playoffs.
Nah, Jewel out of there, bro. Jewel going to Chicago with Kalia Copper. That's what the streets are saying.
Oh,
That's
damn.
what they're saying. Yeah. Y'all showed out yesterday. I love it. Appreciate you, man. That's my guy. Appreciate you in here all the time. For real. I think these, yeah. Joe Schmo in here, my guy. LeBron triple-double at the Garden.
Oh, yeah.
Must have been his heartbreak right there. Yeah. What's the vibes? Tragic night, yo. 3 300s blow by Natasha with 12 points. You got to spread them out more, big dog. That's one thing that I've gotten way better at. I spread the sugar, man. I spread the sugar. So tonight it's gonna be a little tougher to spread the sugar with one game, so it's not gonna be a lot of bets. But man, I tried to spread the sugar. If you look at my like plus 200, so Natasha, she killed like my plus 750s, and she might have killed a plus 200. But yeah, spread the sugar around. If you like somebody, like for instance, I had a Leah Boston. Like, I had Nalissa Smith. I love Nalissa Smith. But I didn't have her on every single thing. You know what I'm saying? I just had her on pieces of stuff, and I had her dumbed down. Aaliyah Boston. I didn't like Aaliyah Boston at all. But I also faded myself and put her on a builder with 8 rebounds, and they ended up not cashing it. I think somebody fronted on that builder. It was really close to cashing that plus 7. It's not even a builder. Blow money back. But I say that to say this. Just spread them around, my guys. Spread them around, man. Spread them around. He's seen the cards. Yeah, man. Spread them around. Coffee out for the season. Oh, wow. Okay, I didn't know that. Good call. Yeah, because it damn sure. Okay, 2 people saying she out for the season. Damn, my fault, y'all. Okay. I had LBJ.
Oh, I remember that night.
Triple-double together and left out LaMelo. And
bro,
smack.
That same thing happened to me. I felt like the whole timeline cashed on that, and I was the only.
Yeah, because it was a real popular better that gave that out.
Yeah.
One of my best hits of the last season was early. I had Melo triple-double plus 6,000 on points bet early in the season. I was playing. I just knew he was going to hit that triple. I bet his first triple-double. Yes, sir. My boy Gail in here. We smacking some same game parties today. Yeah, we really trying to get with Prize Picks because I think it's some value. I'm gonna do a little more work on DraftKings. I don't want to go too crazy on one game, but I think these lines could be. This could be a game with some craziness happen, man. This could really be a game where everything that's supposed to happen happens. Which means that it's a lot of square hits because that's what really happened last night. I think me and Flo definitely dug out some value and some wow. I didn't think that was going to happen. I think we dug out some value, but a reason why a lot of the timeline was on fire because what was supposed to happen happened last night, even down to the Liberty winning that game. Like that, you would think the Liberty was supposed to win that game. They had no business winning that game, but they were supposed to win that game, and a lot of us was on that plus 470. So I always tell y'all, like in gambling, if everything that's supposed to happen, man, please, we'll be printing money around this motherfucker. Yesterday was the day of days to do it, man. Yeah. Yesterday was the day. All them girls did their jobs pretty much. Yep, KG. He talking to it was supposed to happen per se. And it's crazy because this is sports. Like if we go out there and hoop, unless we playing against inferior competition, there ain't nothing that's supposed to happen. We could just be off. You see what I'm saying? You could be off your shots. Power. First time I ever saw Power in a while. Had to jump in here live and give a thanks for yesterday's picks and following both of you. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. I love to hear that. Love to hear that. 3 times always in here.
Definitely 3 times.
In here. Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Friday. Good luck. Wow, man. It's Friday. My days are starting to go together. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Arbitrage. Well, that's a smart betting lingo. I think that's when you like take money and like guarantee a bet or some shit like that. But I don't know what you did. Where that's at, bro? Put that in the comments. Where that's at? Let's get banned together. Where that's at? Let's make some guaranteed money. What about NECA? We talked about NECA. We definitely how you feel about NECA, Flo?
Like NECA a lot. My thing is like I wish the line was like 18 and a half or 17 and a half because like she could get to like that 18, 19 so easy, but the 20 is always like, but I do like NECA tonight. Like I got to look at it a little bit more, but I do think NECA is going to get busy. And yeah, that front line for Dream is not good at all. It's not. There's going to be, I mean, Adrian Wilson just went for 53. You know what? Another reason I like Jewel so much because like she retweeted like Adrian went for 53. I just think these players just like, it's only 12 teams in this league. They be paying attention. Like, oh, you got 53? Guess what I'm about to do? So I just feel like NECA be like, oh, I mean, Adrian got 53 versus them, and I barely played last game. I could get 20. So, yeah, I like NECA tonight.
Yeah. No, I think that's the basketball in general. That's why everybody be going at the Liberty guards.
Hell
They be
yeah.
like, oh, they sweet. Even Tim Hayes, that was breaking my
Yeah.
heart. Because Tim started saying, wait a minute. I don't got to shoot. I can just drive past. I'm like, Tim, baby, shoot the ball. You are literally wide open. She's like, nah. Even if they 2 feet, even if they giving me a 2-foot gap, I can still drive past them.
Alyssa was swinging that damn thing to Tiff on the elbow wide open. She would wait for him to come for the pump fake and then drive. I'm like, oh, shoot the damn ball, man. Come on.
Shoot the ball. I'm like, yo, you 1 of 4, not 0 of 7. Shoot the ball. For real, man. Oh, my God, man. Oh, man, OG Wham the GOAT in here showing love. That's my boy, OG Wham, my guy. Green Room Dynasty, for real in this thing. Damn, oh, that's my boy, too. Yeah, I appreciate you. Appreciate you, too, man. Appreciate you, too. NECA 15, last 6 and 6 versus Atlanta. Interesting.
Hey, you know what? You know, I gotta say what I've been always saying. This is also a spot where, hey man, if you want to just hit a single and do like some NECA 15, Canada 5 dimes, Azare 5 rebounds. I don't know what the heck that is, but that's gotta be like a plus 100. So it's like, take a layup, man. Cheyenne getting 12 points tonight. You know, it's not sexy, but put that with something. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's more than that. Like I said, man, I love that. And go over that advice one more time because it was great advice. Go over one more time what you think people should do with, like, instead of just trying to find one thing, unless you can. That's why we give y'all prize picks and we give y'all FanDuel, we give y'all stuff that's available everywhere. But if you just don't want to put a unit on one thing, what did you say you advise people to do? Like, you know, how should they split a unit, you know?
Yeah, so like this is the kind of night where like I woke up, I look at the lines and everything is like you'd like is juiced on FanDuel. We don't have DraftKings lines. So if it stays the same and DraftKings doesn't give us anything, you know, I'm on this first basket at like quarter of a unit, but like that's the fun. Like these long shots, like a night like last night was fun, but like don't get trapped into that mind space. Especially when you have a big night, like don't just go give your money right back to the books. Anything, dial it back, maybe have 2 or 3 plays you really like and do a builder. Like this is a classic like builder game. Like we talked about Azare's rebounds. Well, if she's always getting 6 and 8, she should theoretically get 5. If Cheyenne with the usage should get 15, 16, go for the 12. NECA, like excellent point by Fahrenheit. She has been hitting that 15 plus versus Atlanta. The front line stinks. So yeah, if you could get like a plus 300, 400. So I'm not saying put everything together with 6 to 8 legs, but if you could get a nice little 2-3 legger, get plus 100, build like 2 or 3 builders the way Dream does on here. Have a nice night. If you had like 2 of them, you hit a straight, and let's say none of the long shots hit, you're still making profit because it's a marathon. It's not a race. It's not like get to the money as soon as possible. There's a bunch of games on Saturday. There's games on Sunday. Like you don't gotta like empty the clip on Friday on one game between like 2 lackluster teams. So yeah, like just discipline. Like it's hard, especially for me. Like you know, if the Knicks or the Jets are playing, discipline out the damn window. But you know, in games like tonight, you know, have some discipline. That's all.
Yeah, and I'm telling y'all right now, like Dream, I'm blunt money bets, so that should tell you off the top. I'm a frugal guy, man. Like I could be out here putting much more in these goddamn blunt money bets than $10 and damn $15. But I'm cool, bro. I'm cool because for me, I just don't know if that's just good for me going forward. You know what I'm saying? So I say that to say this. That's why I'm flex Dream with these prize picks. I'll put a flex out there in a minute. Also, with that $2,500 I won yesterday off that free play, guess what? That's not real money. That's prize picks money. So I still have to win on prize picks to get that money off. If you all think that I'm doing $500 prize picks and like, yo, I'm about to get this money off real quick, y'all out y'all damn mind. I'm going single them, $50 here, $100 there. Now I might bet a little more than normal, but my normal prize picks is like $35, $50 on a 3-teamer, 2-teamer anyway. I am not switching up a lot more. And if I do switch, where I say, okay, I'm gonna do $100 3-teamer on prize picks, it's gonna be a flex. Where the most I can win is 225, but if I hit 2 out of 3, I'm still getting 140 because I'm trying to get my money off prize picks. I'm
Love
not
that.
trying to, you see what I'm saying? So
I
yeah,
love that.
this y'all gotta understand, like, this is like, first of all, prize picks, that's free money. So anything that I can get off of that 2,500 that I want, yeah, I want to get 5,000 off of it. I want to get the old 2,500. But even if I only get 1250 off of it, that's free money. You see what I'm saying? I was already able to take all of my prize picks money off of that in cash already before that. You see what I'm saying? So you got to be frugal, understand that it's not free money. When it is free money, be frugal with that, and also understand, like, yo, this stuff is hard. So when you have a good night like we had last night, don't be thinking like we on the streak right now. If you go up your bets, up it a little bit, but don't start putting units on this blood money bet.
Yeah, and just to follow on, there's gonna be a cold streak at some point. Like the greatest capper.
That's gambling.
Yeah, everybody goes through a cold streak, and also don't ignore the fact that NFL is like 10 days away. So there's gonna be a day where we're gonna have like 3 WNBA games in the NFL, and you better believe there's gonna be a plus 10,000 on my timeline for y'all if y'all want to follow that. Because please.
Facts. And yeah, NECA, yeah, that's team builder in this thing. If y'all know, I'm writing down the names. That's why I keep looking down. I'm writing down the names right down for the retweets. But yeah, team builders in this thing. NECA 15, 8 of her last 10. What I tell y'all, like when you build these builders so much based off of like what's been happening, you kind of start to understand them. That's why I don't go through the whole thing with y'all no more. But just know at this point, like if I'm giving out something, it's the hit rates is at least 70% the last 10 games. Most times they 80 or 90. KG with the builders in here, 320. Azare 8, Cheyenne 10, NECA 15, Ryan 12, Clariton 2 assists, Parker 5 rebounds, NECA 5 rebounds, Ryan 2 rebounds. I mean, yeah, a lot of legs. I wish we could go a little less legs, but those is what I'm talking about. Those is like 70 to 100% over the last 10, y'all. This is what I'm talking about. And again, that's not a unit. Just put a little, I don't know, what are you playing on that? But just put a little something on that to watch the game. That's something that if you can't find something that you love tonight to put a unit on, a few of those. Howard first.
Hey.
What was that? Howard. She had the first basket last night? Good call.
No, she had first basket last time in LA when they played. They ran like that pick and roll with her and Cheyenne. So ain't nobody else there.
Ryan Howard.
Yeah, Ryan Howard.
Yeah, so you gave out, and get your recap ready too, because I want to make sure we're gonna go to your recap after the comments. But yeah, I think you gave out the Ryan and Cheyenne, right?
Yeah, I love it, and I'm going right back to it. Like, yeah, I'm going right back to it.
FanDuel scoring on prize picks, 3 points for blocks and steals.
Oh, because he's talking about earlier when you're like, how does the fantasy score work?
Yeah, and I really don't play FanDuel fantasy at all anyway. They tell you on prize picks if you look, okay, the scoring is done 1 to 5, 4, 6. Okay.
1.5.
Stevens is 10.5. Yeah, I like Azure tonight. Big Azure fan tonight. They needed her last time and she had 4 fouls early. I wonder who he talking about. They needed her. She had 4. Oh, Ryan probably. If she trying to stop NECA. Oh, Cheyenne Parker might have been. If she trying to stop NECA, I could see the same story. Yeah, I can see that too. Howard 3-point attempts. What the hell? I'm sorry, y'all. Yeah, man. Hey, I know I mentioned it early in the stream. Can we see Sparks doubling Howard and Parker? Kirk Killer normally double the best. Yeah, we could see that. But great point, because that was one of my favorite plays of the year with Sykes playing her under. So yeah, I could not talk you off of looking under. My only thing is you can only do so much before the other team starts to get their players open. So if you saw Drew Lloyd, she was getting double yesterday. But after a while, it's like, you know what? I'm shooting this shit. And she started shooting shit. And she started getting schemed open. Like they ran a nice baseline screen from her where she hit a 3 and they got fouled. Like, though, after a while, and maybe they should have been doing that earlier. You know what I'm saying? But after a while, these great players gonna get to their spots. So that's why you're not seeing me put a unit on either one of them. But I don't think that them doubling Ryan Howard, if anything, that's gonna make me love her threes even more because she's gonna be trying to get the ball and shoot it before the double team comes. She ain't gonna be doing a bunch of dribble trying to get to her mid range, which she does sometimes too. So I can see that. And also, I don't know if they double forwards. I've seen them double the
Yeah,
guards.
they double the guards on the perimeter a lot.
He will trap the lead guard. He will trap the hell. Like he trapped Natasha Cloud and Sykes.
Yeah.
But Sykes still almost covered her 19 and a half, 18 and a half that game, or 17 and a half that game. And she had a game this season where she did well and kept other teams to lift them up. So I say I like to say this. The shot attempts that Ryan Howard and Parker to a less degree, because if Ryan Howard just jacking, then ain't nobody gonna shoot for her. But the shot attempts that they each should get tonight, I think that there'll be enough to kind of get you off of that double, personally. Especially when you got a Ryan Howard who's a natural scorer, and Brittany Sykes, she's not a natural scorer. No matter what she does, she's not a natural scorer. She's a hooper. You know what I'm saying? She's not a natural scorer. Shout out Dreamy on that sprinkle on the rent money you was asking for. Yo, it's starting to go crazy. This is starting to take like a life of its own. So Flo, what did you tell me? You thought it was
first thing I said when I got on here before the show, we had like a pre-show meeting. I'm like, bro, you spoke that legendary night into existence. You said, hey man, Friday, I need a little extra money for the plumbing. You know,
but you ain't say plumbing though. What did you say?
Oh, what did I say for the rent money? No, not rent money. What did I say?
I forgot it was because it wasn't rent. Because you like the third person that said something. Yo, it was for plumbing. It was for plumbing. I'm okay. First of all, y'all, I actually own my house. Not to put y'all on my business, but I own my house. I have a tenant downstairs. My rent is relatively cheap. Like I don't have to worry about it. A house hack. So Dream was trying to get money, not for his rent. We don't gamble for rent money. I got a plumbing bill. That's a part of being home.
Hear that, y'all? So Dream is paying for the all expenses paid jacuzzi, courtesy of Jewel Lloyd and Kelsey.
Right.
Jonquel Jones.
Dream just added a jacuzzi into his room. Nah, man, I'm telling you, it's the plumbing bill.
You ever see Coming to America when the landlord owns that rundown building? And then Keem and them, this is too nice to switch out the apartments, and he gets like the jacuzzi in the living room. That's what
Coming to America. That's my dream too. All right, man. Can we see Sparks double hour Parker? No, the other two. Yeah, we just spoke about that. You can see it, but again, they're gonna get their shots regardless. And if we like that, then if that's the case, and that's actually gonna stop them, then Atlanta's only gonna score 43 points because they don't got nobody else to score. They ain't got nobody else to score. Parents went to Fever and Storm game last night to see Jordan Horston from the city. Told Duke, Mom Deuce about Jewel Lloyd. Saw it for the first time and she was impressed. Yo, that's fire, Allen. That's fire. Yeah, Horston. I think Horston gonna be nice too. She's a rookie. She's struggling a little bit right now.
I remind me of like Kuminga on the Warriors. Like, she just gotta like get more refined, but speed, athleticism, like dog. Like she is a dog.
Yeah, but that's dope that Monduke's got to see Jewel Lloyd on Mamba Day at that. Yeah, enjoyed Jewel Lloyd did Mamba-like things. She definitely did Mamba-like things. All right. Yeah, appreciate you too, my guy. Definitely tapping in. Just hopped on Who Likes the Sparks tonight. I do. Didn't play them, but we'll have them in some sort of a blunt money bet. We'll get them live, because that's another thing too. Why I don't be feeling forced to give y'all plays because we always gonna have something I give y'all. Gonna be a blunt money bet, a prize pick, something, a build or something. But also live bets. You can also get a quote unquote can't miss live spot. So if this game starts shooting like we get a 25-23 first half, I probably will be looking under live. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, you've been doing amazing with calling that under because you had the under on that. What was it, Sparks Mercury, or there was another game you had the under on because they were scoring too many points too soon. Like they weren't going to keep that up.
Yeah, and I had talked about it in the stream. Like so, it's spots where you can look at too. So that's why you always shouldn't. That's another reason why you shouldn't feel like you're forced to play something just because it's out there because it's always live spots as well. But yeah, I like the Spurs. I would love to get them like +5, +6 in the game, but I'm definitely gonna have a blood money bet with their money line in it. Yeah, she different, of course, and it was Mamba Day for sure. Definitely look a PPA Flex Friday, smack a PP on Flex. So they got Flex. So they got another promo today. Don't worry,
Oh
dog.
yeah,
We
they
got.
usually yeah they
We
usually
got
do like your first $20 entry is like cash back if you lose.
up to $20, right?
I think it's like $20. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So we gonna yeah, we got y'all. We gonna do some sort of a collab. It's gonna be a 4-man collab as usual. We gonna get y'all. Hit yesterday, sitting out today, Ty. I
Smart.
feel you, Ty.
Smart.
Cause
I don't
we
even
all
blame
on
you.
the money. The game of the game is the and I'm an action junkie myself, but that's why I'm blunt money bets. Cause you can. That's why you can be an action junkie. Like I want to speak to this real quick too, because I saw a popular post. I forget who the better was, but I'm sure he does very well. Shout out to that king. But he was like 90% of your bets should be like straights and 10 parlays. Y'all know around here it might be opposite, but I always tell y'all units. So yeah, it's gonna be a unit on the straights. I might have 3 or 4 or 7 straight bets for y'all, but it's also might be 10 or 12 blunt money bets. But the reason behind that is because it's easy to talk about this street, but just in general, if we hit like a week and a half ago, we hit Jewel Lloyd +500 and +1300. That in that night is 18 blunt money bets right there. That's how I feel. So I could go logically. I'm not, praise God. But logically, I could go my next 18 blunt money bets and not hit nothing and still be fine because that's what we profited off of that +1300 or that +500. And not even that because that night might have had 6 blunt money bets. So just take a little bit from that. But still, if you look at it like that, just say 12. Let's just say you profited $120 that night. Now you can look at that going forward. I have 12 more blunt money bets at $10 that I can make before I lose. So I say all that to say this. You can play as many parlays as you want, in my opinion, as long as they're greatly researched and as long as they're low in units. You know what I'm saying? Low in units. That way, if you hit one, you hit a +2,000, then I got 20 more of these bets. I should be able to hit one in my next 15. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you're doing. So I just want to speak to that too because I give out a lot of blood money best parties, but it'd be a method to the madness. Right now, the streak we on, we could literally go the next 40 blood money bets and not hit and be just fine. So I need y'all to understand that. All right, you guys tonight, me now put the same players in every pace. Yeah. Another thing, that's why it's tough with one game. And I think 3 times is speaking to when I said like kind of spread them out. So if you look at my prize picks that I did, even though I do have Jordan Canada on 2, I have Jordan Canada in 2 completely different ways. So I got Jordan Canada 3 free throws and Jordan Canada 7 assists. 2 things that could hit, but 2 different ways. Azure Stevens, I did get a rebounds. I am gonna probably get 2 points. But Ryan Howard, I would like to get there with Ryan Howard rebounds. But right now, her threes are different. Same thing with Cheyenne Parker, her points and rebounds. So yeah, it's only one game, so it's only so much you can get to. So you don't want to just put it this way. You don't want to have like Azure Stevens 5.5 rebounds on 3 different prize picks or 6 rebounds on 3 different prize picks. You don't want to do that because if it don't hit, then you screw. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, runs the night.
Yep. Arbitrage is looking at different odds from your legal books and player offshore books. We do it a lot for baseball, looking at home runs. Oh yeah, that's just line shopping. I thought arbitrage is where like you guarantee profit. Well, it's probably the same shit we're talking about. Yeah, it's probably the same shit. Because I know it was a famous story of a dude in Australia who used to do it all the time with point spreads. But yeah, it's like taking advantage of the discrepancy of the line. Yeah, line shopping to the fullest. Okay, Quentin. Yeah, line shopping to the fullest. Line shopping to the fullest. Y'all got to talk to me. Like I'm not. I think I'm a smart guy, but I've never been great at math. I'm pretty good at gambling, probably because I'm frugal. But I am not the best at math. So when y'all have them statistics and them plus EV conversations, y'all gotta really type them out for Dream, all right? Gotta keep the math. Yeah, man, that math. Yeah, I got. You know what I'm saying? You doing a stream for FIBA props? No. I will give y'all one FIBA thing that I like. Kyle Anderson 5.5 rebounds tomorrow for China. But no, I saw another post from a sports bettor. I forget who it was. He definitely got it on Twitter. Sometimes, man, you got to know when to just tell. And I'm knee deep in this WNBA. We got NFL coming up. College football is another thing that I like. I'm still doing my fantasy stuff. I might have a square pick for y'all here or there, y'all, but I ain't even gonna act like I ain't even gonna do it, bro. Cause it's too tough to actually get FIBA past lines. Now, I may have something as I watch the games, because y'all know me. I'm a guy who watches the games and go off what I watch. And once I have information to go off of, then heck yeah, I might have a play for y'all. But like opening day plays, yeah, I ain't gonna get those from Dream. Besides just 5.5 rebounds. You know?
Yeah, let me just speak on that really quick. Like,
Yeah,
someone asked me similar, like, "Oh, are you gonna be capping FIBA?" Like, for me, I like to be. I don't like to just look at stats on a page and look at trends. Like, I like to watch the game, see how it unfolds, and visualize the matchup. I know a lot of y'all like just like maybe just found me late or whatever. Like, this is my first year capping WNBA and watching against whatever. NFL, like with the Jets, like, listen, I don't want to gas myself up a promise, but I know a thing or two about football. So I'm really looking forward to the Jets. And when there's like those Jets Knicks game days, and it's when it's a Taco Tuesday on the Friday on the Prize Picks, like, so I'm just hang tight. Like, this is a marathon. Like, we don't gotta like go crazy every day. Just hang tight. I'm gonna get you right with these Jets though, and they're gonna be on prime time because like I don't know if anybody knows or has done this, but on FanDuel last year they had in these prime time games where you could bet a player to do catch this drive. By the end of the season, they like caught on to the jig, but like the odds are ridiculous. Like you can bet the backup tight end for plus 1,900. You could bet the running back for 600 on the first drive. Like, so the Jets gonna be in all these primetime games. Like, I'm just a lunatic Jets game that like watches everything, reads every article. So yeah, let's get to football. Let's get to football.
Yeah, I love that, and that's why we're gonna definitely have my boy on during football season. I already
Hell
gave
yeah.
out 2 plays for football too, y'all. So
I
when
can
I
tell you
give
my
them my
favorite futures right now on the NFL. Like, I've already put multiple units on them. Like, there's like a couple that just make no sense.
yeah, man. So NFL is definitely coming. NFL is definitely coming. Kyle Anderson that you gave out last night. I want to, yeah, man, yeah, definitely, definitely. But all the other plays I gave out in that space was ass. Like I gave out, and that's why I said I should have just played them personally. Before I started giving them out, I gotta be more responsible as a capper. But yeah, I Jordan Clarkson under his assist. I didn't see how the hell he was going to get all them assists, and he sure did. Boy got 7 assists. And Olenek over his 2.5 assists. I like that. That was actually a popular play amongst cappers who really know FIBA, and that didn't hit as well. So yeah, I always try to be transparent with y'all, and you can do that when you're actually winning money. So, but yeah, it's pretty easy to do. But yeah, so my fault on that, y'all. We will be better, and that's another reason why I ain't really rocking with people like that. Trying to tell y'all, take a look into the FIBA games, especially USA tomorrow. Look, if you got the plays, you be in here, bro. Drop them off. Drop them off. Y'all know what I say? Who was that 3-time in here? Who came in here with the Pittsburgh Steelers? I think that was 3-time, and I don't think, yeah, 3-time. I don't think you ever let me. You wasn't here the next day when I gave you your flowers. If you drop plays in here, yo, I will highlight you.
I'm in tailing mode. Like, if the homie Fahrenheit or 3-time, y'all want to drop some plays, like, please put them on the top. I'll retweet, comment, share, put my American dollars, everything on it. I'm with y'all.
Yeah, man, especially in the comments. Y'all be giving out the plays. Be careful with USA because of blowout factor. I believe that. That 100, yeah, we're going to have to do something with that. We have to do something. I was this close to doing something with the Canada game today. We're going to have to do something eventually. Can't wait.
Can't wait.
Yo, that is like the illest moment still. Yeah. I still remember where I was at in my apartment watching that game. Yo, son was ready. Son, they wanted to play that game that day. Like, they was ready, man. For real. I just learned that fancy. But the quick, that's something I say. Facts like that. Nah, that's facts. That's how it would be. All right, Flo, you want to recap your plays, man?
Yeah, so we're just sitting here waiting on DraftKings lines. I'm only on one thing, which is like I split half a unit on first basket between Ryan, who's 390 at FanDuel, and Cheyenne, who's 400 over at Caesars. So no official play yet. I'm gonna have something wait on the timeline, but the leans I got so far: Azari's 5.5 rebounds. Obviously, that's Jews. Canada at 6.5. Want to dig more into Necklace points. Daniel Robinson's 14.0 PRA on prospects feel a little bit way too low. And Cheyenne Parker's 14.5. Of all those things, the thing that I'll probably get there the closest right now is Cheyenne's 14.5 because I think she's got a point to prove. And man, I'm telling you, if you just go and look at the fact that what happens when she shoots 13 plus shots, like I want to say it's like an 85% hit rate. So I got to just get into these numbers and make another cup of coffee here. But I got y'all. Don't worry.
All right. That's what it is. I'm writing the final names down. We're gonna do this. We got. Hold on.
Oh, I'll say this also too while we're here. There's only one game tonight. Check out tomorrow's slate too in advance because what I've noticed is that's why I see these dark circles under my eyes that I hate so much. It's because like the WNBA forces me to stay up till 1 a.m. because they be dropping these damn lines, in the midnight hour, and these lines be terrible. Like Aja Wilson's boards were 8.5 at plus 100. What's her face? Nalisa Smith was 7.5 at like minus 120. Like it's crazy. These lines be terrible when they first drop. They don't know what the hell they're doing. There's like plays like they had last game. I didn't play it because I didn't want to. It was one game. They had Nneka's rebounds at like 10.5. And I'm like, if I was a true degenerate, I'll just throw like 2 units on this under. She ain't hitting 11 rebounds. Like when has Nneka been grabbing boards like that ever?
Yeah, I get that out as a personal play. I mean, gave it out, but yeah, I definitely told the gang, yeah, that's a personal play that and that's another reason why I don't have a straight right now because it's another reason why I don't have a straight right now is because if it ain't a number that I think is broken, because we see these lines every day, we know the lines. So if it's not a number that I think is broken, then I'm not playing it at this point. Or an amazing matchup, then I just can't play it at this moment. So yeah, that is what it is, man. Rebounds, real quick, y'all. I'm about to do the thing, but y'all, if y'all like anything on Prize Picks, anything else, go ahead. Y'all put it in the chat. I don't know if it's preseason football today. I don't know what the hell going on, but y'all put the plays in the chat. Little plays going up. Just cook the nice 650. Yes, sir. Put that on the timeline for the people. I feel you. I'm going to share my best slip of the slate from this morning. Just looked at the NBA last night. Wait. Yeah. Yeah, man. Every now and then we're going to get stuff right around these points, man. Real. I watched the DR today in the Canada game. He had 2 at halftime. That was unreal. Damn, and that's crazy because I wasn't even watching the game. I ain't really well, I put it this way. I didn't get a chance to watch it until halftime. I saw Shea Gilgeous going crazy. All right, man. Damn, time be flying on this thing. I do have a life contrary to popular belief. I'll be sorry to have my guests on here for like 90 minutes and shit. All right, man. So just so y'all know,
it's fun in there. Love it. It's
fun. Almighty Rome. Okay, before y'all go, what y'all think about Cheyenne Parker first half on Prize Picks? Float.
I got burned yesterday on the first halves because them first halves be so janky. Hold on, let me look at it really quick to give you an opinion. Because I had John Quell's line yesterday on first half points was 5.5. She had like 4 really quickly, and for some reason the head coach decided to sit her out for like the last 6 minutes of the first half. She had no foul trouble. They just like, oh, sit down on the bench. And then the second half she played all the minutes, got covered the line. So I got annoyed because I'm like, man, if I just took the 11.5, like I love the 11.5, that would have killed. But I took the first half like 6. I should get 6 the first quarter. But just to answer your question, Cheyenne's first half is, let's see here, 8 points, 11.5 PRA. Wow, 11.5 is kind of low.
It is. 11.5, definitely low.
Wow.
6, 5, and 1.
I do like that 11.5. I won't even hold you. She could easily get like, what?
6, 5, and 1.
4 boards, 2 assists. She'd be like 16 or 14. My math's off there. So, yeah, to answer your question, love the first half PRA.
He only had 3 potential assist attempts. Oh, yeah. That's crazy. Yeah, Almighty Rome, I'm there with you. There with you. Even though I think she had none last game, I think that this is a game. Actually, she had a game where she had 20, where she had 10 attempts. So, yeah, I think this is a game where first of all, if she gets the steals, then she's going to get fouled too going to the basket on the fast break as well. So, Ohio State Buckeyes Lays will be in order. Okay. Watch that BS High document. BS High who that? What's BS High?
What's that one about?
What's BS High? Because I'm a documentary nut, and I've been told don't even watch the Gators documentary because I like.
Yeah, I heard it was like an Urban Meyer just Just like,
I don't like fluff pieces.
yeah.
I like true documentaries where I learn some shit I ain't know. But yeah, Alan, tell me what that is, bro. Appreciate y'all boys. I was watching on Twitter, but
Appreciate
had
you
to show
too. Thank you so
some
much,
love.
Larry.
Yeah, that's big, Larry. I definitely appreciate that, y'all. I appreciate that. All right, y'all. Here go the contest. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 24 total names. I'm pretty sure. I just want to double check. Y'all know I might be why I'm a decent gambler. But we're gonna double check and make sure we got 24 total retweets and stuff. I ain't put nobody name on there twice. I do appreciate a couple people that retweeted twice. I appreciate it, but I ain't want to turn it into that kind of thing. Like you get, just one per person. So I appreciate y'all. But I got 24 in total. Let me go back to the original post.
Oh,
It's 20 on that post. Yep. And then I got more on the post from this morning, but only 5 of those were like original. Like some people did it twice. So yeah, I want to make sure. All right. Bishop Sycamore.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I would
That'll
love
be
to check that
interesting.
out. Yeah,
Okay.
good looks,
I'll
Alan.
check
Good
that out.
looks.
Yeah, I'll check that out.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Oh, and actually, I added one in here. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I added Mom Who Bets in here because she
Oh,
literally
yeah.
retweets everything that I do. And I feel like she ain't retweet that because she ain't see
Yeah.
it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
No,
So yeah, I'm
Mama
sorry. It
Betts
is
is a
what it
day
is.
one. Like Mama Betts is always
Yeah, Mom Who Bets is
day one.
definitely a day one dreamer on the channel. So yeah, man, if y'all watching this, I don't want y'all to think I'm looking at this shit because if y'all watching this, sub to the channel, Kingmaker Sports, all that. Whoever names I pick out of here, let me write this down. 130, yeah, 131. Yeah. Whoever name I pick out of here, I'll DM you. You know what I'm saying? I'll tag you on Twitter, all that, at you at Twitter, and PayPal, all that good stuff. Your $50. I can't see. I don't care who it is. I can't see. Y'all can see before me actually. I'm gonna pick a name out. First name. Artie Rose. Artie
Oh,
Rose.
Artie
Artie
won.
Rose.
Oh, good for him. I
Yeah,
love
Artie
you,
Rose.
Artie.
First name.
Love Artie.
Artie Rose. Okay. Second one. Young Q24. So I got Artie Rose and Young Q24. Young Q24, Artie definitely my guy. Artie
Yeah.
be in here with the prize pick plays.
Artie be
But
giving me heat.
young Q24, he definitely that could be Quentin. Is that you? That's exactly how it's coming down and shooting. Take his man one on one where else else was touching the ball. I wonder if that's Quentin, young Q24. That'd be crazy. But nah, young Q24, I think they always be retweeting me too. So it's good to see. But yeah, man, I'm not this is the first giveaway I ever gave out. I'm probably gonna do like one giveaway per season. Unless we just have just stupid nights where we just go stupid like last night, then yeah, I'm gonna give away stuff. But I do appreciate y'all rocking with me as always, man. So that's why I wanted to do that giveaway. I already told y'all what we on. What the hell is more? I got a private chat on here. I don't know what that private chat is on here. Guess I have to figure that out. But yeah. As always, man, I appreciate y'all rocking with me. Anything you want to plug before we get out of here, Flo?
Yes, sir. Once again, I appreciate everyone here. It's been a blast. But if you could kind of give me a follow on YouTube at Sports with Flo. That's Sports with, and it's FLO, Flo. So loving making these videos. I just want to continue making money. I just love this community. I just want to say shout out to all of y'all for all the support. I always say, like when I first started giving out plays publicly, I could have stayed at home, poured all this information. There's no fun in that. It's more fun like when we have nights like last night where everybody's making money, the timeline's eating together. So looking forward to just continuing this good run. WNBA playoffs coming up. Hype for that. NFL season. I'm going to drop a video where I talk about my favorite plays for the season futures. We killed futures last year. I'm going to give you my 2 favorites real quick to give you a sneak peek. Kayvon Thibodeau, 5.25 sacks. Love that. I think he's getting 8. Garrett Wilson, 11.25.5. I've been saying this every day since May. Please take a little bit of change and put it on Garrett Wilson over 11.25.5. I think the dude might get 1,400 yards. It does scare me a little bit the fact that Corey Davis just retired, so the Jets wide receiver depth is mad suspect, and they're one injury away from teams can just double them every play. But that Garrett Wilson, Kayvon Thibodeau, my two favorites. I got a couple others, so check out for that. Sports with Flow on YouTube. And everybody, thank you as always, man. Always love to appreciate the support.
Yeah, I'm leaning over in that game. I know we've been on Atlanta unders for a long, long time. But the fact that Atlanta just scored 100 against the Aces, we may be able to buy them at a low spot with their scoring. So I will lean over. I will lean Sparks in that game. All right. So as always, y'all, I appreciate y'all rocking with me. We'll be on tomorrow with a show, probably around the same time, around noon. A
Yes,
couple
sir.
games, but yeah, let's cash on these games tonight. So appreciate y'all rocking with me, man. Y'all know the vibes. Let's get this cash. Gotta have it. So let's get it.